Yo, what's up, guys? Here's a question. Um, my question is this, I'm going to tell you a scenario uh, that happened to me. Is this being Me Too'd? Does this qualify as a guy or no? So I've told this story before, and some of my friends have heard this story before, but it's deep in some videos or whatever. But I want to just compartmentalize it. So, whatever. It was when I was younger. It was when I was modeling. I go up for a audition for a music video, and it's three women, and it's at the I think it's the Andaz now, across from whatever, right there on Sunset. I think it's Andaz, right? It was there. It was called something else then. So it's in a hotel room, right? And I go in. It's just me and the three of them, and there's a camera on me. And I go in, and I meet them. Hello, you know, and I can immediately tell that they're drunk. I'm not going to say the name of the music group, but, and see, there's another thing that people do in the industry is like, especially if you're a guy, especially if it's women, don't name them. Otherwise you seem like a misogynist. Just walk it off, take it, you know. But here's a scenario. So I go in and they immediately they're like, like, take your shirt off. And I'm like, what? Like, I'm thinking that, like, they're like, take it off, take your shirt off. I'm like, I'm like thinking, like, my shirt's off in my, like, on my card, there is a picture already with my shirt off. Like, why am I taking my shirt off right now? Like, And so I'm like, okay. So I take my shirt off, and they're like, turn around, turn around, and grab your ankles. I'm young at this point. Whatever. I'm maybe 25, 26 maybe. I'm auditioning for a music video. They're like, turn around, grab your ankles. I'm like, what? Like, they're like, let us see your ass. You know what I mean? Like, take it off, take it off. I'm like, bro, I'm not a fucking male stripper. I'm just in here trying, like, I thought the meeting was gonna be like, oh, how you doing? Like, oh, nice to meet you. Like, maybe turn to the left, okay, cool, turn to the right, whatever. That's backwards. This is the left, that's the right. Shit like this. Now, they were like, do push-ups, do 20 push-ups. They're all rowdy, do 20 push-ups. And I'm like, okay, like, what the fuck? Like, and they're like, act like you're fucking the ground, like, act like you're fucking the floor. And I'm like, okay, like, what the, like, and they're like, like, saying shit like that, like, do you have a big dick? I'm like, I mean, I don't know, like, to some girls, like, to some, I don't know, maybe there's bigger, I don't fucking know. Like, why are we having this conversation? I'm just trying to be in your music video. Like, is this sexual harassment? I'm asking you. And they're saying that kind of shit, and they're like flex your muscles, and I'm just like, oh, what? Like, is that good? Like, and and this is like a and so what I'm saying here is, imagine if it was three drunk dudes doing this shit to a woman. you know, think about it. Then it becomes something totally different to a lot of people, right? Like, oh, now that is sexual harassment. You know what I mean? I'm just making the point that it happens to dudes too in the industry. Why? Because it's power, fame, money, and then they think they can treat you how the fuck they want to. You know, I'm just saying. I'm sure there's young dudes going through this shit right now. I know I'm too old and whatever to go through that shit, but back in the day I was cute, so like, and obviously, like some of this Blake Lively shit reminds me of that stuff when, you know, certain times that women, I was never afraid like of the SA, you know, or the R word. I was never afraid like that, but I'm being fucking humiliated. That's not fun, you know. And I was just thinking like, I wouldn't, like, honestly, I wouldn't fuck any of you chicks. To be honest with you, nope. I don't give a fuck that you're famous. I don't care. You know, I don't want to, like, at this point, I don't want to be in your video. I don't. But I did feel like I gotta do whatever they say. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta do whatever they say and then just, okay, and then just leave, you know? And then I do everything they say, and then I'm like, then they're like, okay, you can put your shirt back on. I'm like, okay, like, I just feel fucking stupid. You know what I mean? So I put my clothes back on and shit, and I'm like, okay, and they're like, you can leave, next. You know, they're all rowdy, next. You know, bring in the next one. And I'm like, they're doing this to guys this whole day, just humiliating them because they have the power, they have the fame, they have the money. So they're just humiliating guys all day. Oh, look at us, we're famous, we can do this. Do whatever we fucking say, you know? And so I leave. I'm like, I don't even want to do your video, actually. I don't give a fuck. I didn't say that. I was polite. I just, you know, I'm like, okay, thank you. And one of them said, I'm so sorry for the way they're behaving. They're all drunk. I'm so sorry, you know, because one of them saw it in my eyes, that I don't care that you're fucking famous. I don't care. I wouldn't fuck none of you. You know, I'm not impressed. You're acting sloppy. You know, so is that that's my question. Is that sexual harassment? You know, can sexual harassment happen to guys in the industry? Can it? You know, and I've had more than one situation like that, and also with men at me too in the modeling world, like trying to touch on my like shorts, like pull it up a little higher, where I'm like, I'm just going along with it, like, whatever, like, bro, you're touching me a little too close to my dick, bro, honestly, you know, we're just styling you. Okay, man, like, go ahead, you know, or people coming in and looking at you while you're naked. Back in the day, like, they could just walk in and you're naked back there. You're like changing all your shit, and people are just looking at you and shit, and you're just like, it'd be cool if I had a dressing room, but they didn't give a fuck, you know? So anyway, I'll end it right there. I'm just saying, that's my question. Can men be sexually harassed in the industry? Can that happen? Or just no, like, you're like, you guys are men, so just walk it off. That can never happen to you. Like, quit complaining. Like, can that happen? I'm just wondering. Okay, so that's my question. Peace, guys.